Alrighty. So, big issue here. Alright, pressing. Please watch this carefully and learn this as soon as possible. Striker, mark goal side your player. Caitlin, in a great spot to press. Xavier, you're marking the wrong player. Use this white dot as a reference. As soon as the ball gets played, bang. That's what Horace trying to tell you, Xavier. You have to be on this play straight away. Wherever my left defender is, let's have a look. You should never be in a position where you're marking no one and doing nothing. So, let's find a good viewpoint. So, if you are ever marking the same person as someone else, if you're ever marking nobody in space by yourself, understand that's the trigger, that's the cue to go, something is wrong. Let me problem solve and figure out, why am I marking no one? Why am I marking the same person? So, here's an issue. Zach, you have to recognize, why on earth am I marking no one right now? I need to figure that out and fix that as soon as possible. Makeo, no problem. Because the ball's on the left-hand side, I wouldn't mind you coming more to the left-hand side. He's not an issue at the moment. But I like how you're marking goal side. Zach Hill. Okay, you must understand, you're marking no one. You must get closer up on this player, especially if you're the defender on the side of the ball. So the ball's on the left, and you're the left defender. You must get nice and close to this defender. Okay, let's rewind. So this, if you don't get your starting position right, you're always going to get the same results each week. So here, Xavier should straight away be pressing up. As soon as that ball gets kicked, bang, you're right there, Xavier, because you're starting on this white dot. Straight away, bang, you're pressing in. Zach, you're marking up goal side of this player. Mungo, perfect your goal side. Makeo, you're perfect your goal side. Zach Hill, I need you here. So, Xavier's marking the wrong person. Hill, you need to understand to go, hey, look, I'm marking no one. Xavier, push up. I'll take that player. There's the communication that we need. There's the recognizing of, I'm doing nothing right now. I'm marking no one. I'm in the space by myself. That's not what defenders do. This happens to everyone. I'm not picking on any single person. But Xavier, you have to recognize, press the defenders. Wingers, press defenders. Defenders, press and mark wingers. Okay? Wingers don't mark other wingers. Alright? And I think this results into a goal. But if that was fixed, it'd be our goal. Because as soon as they played, you'd be able to press. So here's Xavier, once again, just got mixed up on which player is yours. We have to recognize who our player is, and then make sure they have no space. So Makeo, don't get caught goal side. So this is also why I say come more. If the ball's on the left side, then the other defender should come more to the left side. Don't allow this big gap through. Defenders want to have small gaps through. So 1, Makeo, you want to be goal side. 2, if the ball's on the opposite side of the pitch, go closer to the opposite side of the pitch. Okay. If you're like this, leaves a lot of space to run, especially if you're not a small, fast, ninja type speedy player. You must give yourself that extra distance, okay, to make up for their bigger speed difference. So see how there's a massive gap through here. Makeo, make sure your goal side, you're dropping off and eliminating these passes through. You don't want them to play through. You want them to play around you. You don't want them to play through. Okay. And we see how Zach Hill, once again, you're not marking your player close enough. And you, Mr. Zach, you should be coming here, not allowing this player to receive this and shoot here. So this is laziness as well. Okay, there's a lot of ball watching and laziness in this team. So we've got to cut that habit out ASAP. Okay, don't know what you do at your clubs, but this is where we need to fix it. Otherwise, we can't become a better player. Okay, it starts with work rate. It starts with learning and understanding football and working really, really hard. Then we can work on the smaller details. But these are basic fundamentals. So to rewind, the biggest issue is that we did not set up the press properly. So we'll go through one more time, because this is the most important thing. If you can't press from the start properly, then you're going to struggle the whole way. So left winger, right wing on those dots. Striker, goal side of their player, of their midfielder. Okay, striker, mark their middle player. Okay, left defender, Mark up on your winger, the left winger. Centre defender, mark their striker. Well done. Makeo, because the ball's on the left side, can you come more over to the left side? Okay. It's like a diagonal. You should be like this. Okay, so we got left defender, centre defender, right defender, like a diagonal. Okay, you should be covering the next person in front of you. So, for example, we have the ball's on the left side, so the left defender should be pushing up. Okay, if the left defender here, the other player, the other centre defender is covering by being a little bit lower than him. So we got, he's the highest, he's the second he's the highest, he's the second highest, and you're the third highest. It should be like this. But anyways, that's a smaller detail that we're going to get to eventually later. For now, let's stick with basics. So Xavier, get nice and high. Kellen, get nice and high. Mark your player. Mark your player. Zach Hill, mark your player. Xavier, push up. Be ready to press your player. Okay. Once you get that right, none of this goal would have never existed. Okay. But it's just understanding where you should position yourself. Mungo, make sure you stay goal side, Mungo. There's Zach Hill, you're not goal side. Alright. So that's the press. Let's look at playing out from the back. Alright, playing from the back. Cool. Setup's good. No dramas with this. You can go long or go short to goalkeeper. Perfect as, no problem. Just make sure striker, you got to be higher. Taj, can you be higher? So when playing out from the back, we need our centre defender pushing up to the midfield. We need our striker going behind the defence. So here, starting position, we've got to try to get in behind the opponents. So as soon as the ball goes out, can we get to our positions? Can you make the pitch big, Zach? We're getting stuck in our own half, which is no good. If, Zach, you stand all the way over here, Munga can go all the way to you, great, you score by yourself. Or, when that happens, these guys will drop off. That allows us to have more space. It then also allows you, Zach, once all the defenders are here with you, you can run into this spot to receive the pass. So if you don't get your starting position right, it kills it for everybody. Mason, can you get wide to start with? Caitlin, get wide, good. Taj, receiving this pass does nothing. Can you receive this pass and you eliminate 3 players? Then you can turn and then it's 4v3 against them. But Zach, to give Taj this space to receive in between these 2 lines, Zach, get here. Then this drops off and has even more space for Taj to receive in behind. If you get that starting position right, everything else will be easier and better for you. Of course, you need to work on your first touch more. Of course, you guys need to work on your basic skill. But understanding your starting position, understanding why you do it, will make everyone's life easier. So once again, this is super important. Start super wide first, Mason. Wide and high. So you're out here, wide and high. So then you can always come in behind, come inside. You can make forward runs anywhere you want. Okay? Stretch these guys. Because if you get here, Mason, then this white guy comes with you. Caitlin, he goes out there. Then he gets stretched out. Zach, if you come out here, then this guy gets stretched out. Now these defenders are all stretched away. But at the moment, see how close and tight they are? It's really hard to score. Okay, of course we did just now, but it doesn't happen frequently. It was an individual effort that worked. So, once again, please make sure Zach the striker gets high up here. Just sit up here. Mungo can kick it right to you. Then, if that happens once or twice, these guys drop away. Mason, can you start out here? Maybe you ask for a long ball in behind. Or maybe you come then short to receive. But now that you're here and marked, you can only run here to make it even tighter for yourself. So start big. Okay? Taj, get high behind these guys. Zach, get super high. When I say names, I mean position. So striker gets super high. Midfielder gets high in the middle of the players. Wingers get as wide and high as you can. Defenders here, perfect. Great positioning here. Alright, once you get that right, things will be great. So rewind this. Alright, I realized I wasn't recording, so I'm not sure what has been said, but what I was getting at is starting position for goal kicks. Good positioning here. Defenders grab the ball. You take the goal kick from the left or right position. Don't put the ball here to take the goal kick. Useless. Pointless. Okay. And then goalkeeper, you can drop it back a little bit. Okay. So then we can play to the goalkeeper or we play direct. But for this to work, Zach, get super, super high. You're our strikers. Strikers get high. Really high. Because if you get super high, you can go straight to you. You by yourself and score. Or what will happen is these white defenders drop away. They come all the way here, which means there's only 3 attackers close to us. It also then, Taj, should you receive in front of these defenders so they can steal and they have to turn and beat them, or receive in behind the lines so the ball goes through these guys, eliminate these 3, then you dribble and score. But Zach, because you're here, you're not allowing Taj to be there. Because you're here, the white defenders are very close to us. Okay, so Zach, get high. Mason, get high and wide. Caitlin, get high and wide. Can we play direct to you? Can Mungo play straight over to you? Then they'll start dropping off. Then we can actually play short. Then we can play straight to Taj's feet. Then we can play through. Your starting position is so important. So please understand. Left and right defender, good. You can even use these white dots as a spot. So you could even use this as like a bit of a landmark. Okay, nice and high. You can play backwards, or especially in this situation when they're pressing nice and high, Zach high, Caitlin high and wide, Mason high and wide, and we go long over the top. Or Taj is here now because the defender's all back here because Zach has pushed them up, Mason's pushed them up, Caitlin's pushed them up. Now there's a massive hole for Mungo to literally go bump straight through, eliminate 3 players, then run for gold. Rewind that, rewatch that, re-understand it. And it's not Mason or whoever, it's the position. Wingers must get high and wide. Strikers super high near their goal. Push them backwards. Caitlin, high and wide. Winger, high and wide. Midfielder, in between the pocket of space, in between the lines. Alright. Once you get that down packed, things will be very, very good. Okay. Once you get your starting position right, it makes everything else easy. Of course, you still need to work on your first touch, your defending, your chasing, your movement off the ball, trying to find pockets of space. But the starting position makes everything else easier. Okay, hope that makes sense.